Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Grown Clip Bonsai for Seniors. Today is January 6th of 2025. It's Monday. It's 27 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 3 degrees Celsius. We're going to do our Chinelle, and I'm going to show you the rock sample, what I was talking about. And this is a suggestion from Jay of Blue Jay Bonsai. We potted it on 1/18 of 2022, and then we did a repot on 12/22 of 2023. And we're going to clip it today and repot it because all that time it hasn't grown at all. And what I did is I took an old fish food container because I didn't have a cascading pot. I drilled some holes in there so I can get it covered there. And we'll go from there. So here's how it looks. It looks real pukey. It's in a winter dormancy, I guess. Well, it is, not I guess. So what we're going to do is we're going to hard prune it back. First, we're going to take all this dead stuff off. I think we can get this off. This is like a new growth right here. So let me see if this is... Well, let me get out of your way so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to cut this to here and see if there's any green growth on there. And that's no good. So we're just going to cut it back to all the way to here. Because a lot of this stuff is dead, it's not flexible, and there's no green growth on it. But you can see how it's emerging. We got another piece right here. So all I'm going to do is take a cutting to here, right above the brain, or the node as you would call it. Then I'm just going to dip it in some of my, whatchamacallit, my beneficial bacteria. Now you can see all this green growth coming and it's being elongated, so I'm going to have to put it in a different location. And you can see when I did that over here, I have to put the other dates on here. So we got our little clover here, which is good. Let's take it out. And this we just put in vermiculite. And there is some soil on the bottom. So I'm just going to get that out. We're just going to tease it. Oh man, look at the roots on this clover. That's some roots and a half. So we're just going to tease out all this vermiculite, and we're going to give it some good potting soil. I got the old mix, and all I'm going to do is put some, I put some worm castings in there. So let's take it and just shake it. And what we're going to do, we're going to take my root pruning shears, and you can see the nice fine roots on it, and just cut this right there. Let's get this out of your way. A little bit of cutting there, and you can see how it's growing. It's reaching out to the sun, so all these internodes are long. So with the fish food container, I can make it a cascading pot, and hopefully with the new soil it'll do good. So what I'm going to do before I repot it is I'm going to put it in the beneficial bacteria, which I got in here. I put a pinch in there so it can sit there and attach to the roots. And then we'll take our shears, and we're just going to cut this dead piece off to here because it looks like there's little tiny buds on there. And we're going to cut this back to about here. Get this one off so we can keep it short and then let it cascade down. And here's an old flower on it. So we're going to take this off and see if there's any seeds on there. I think they are, but they might be real fine. So I'm going to put this over here and take this big batch of roots out. toss that. And we're just going to put this on the side so I can mix it in with the old potting soil. I might even do that now because that'll help out, so why waste it? Because I don't have another container for it. But we'll just go from there. It's good to have. I keep old t-shirts now. So that way there I can wipe my pants in there. Or not wipe my pants, my hands in there. Time you're losing it today. I'm going to take my spoon and mix up the soil real good. We got a hodgepodge of soil in here, some Ted's mix, some old potting soil, some perlite, some worm castings. So we got that all set over there. I'm going to take this and put this here, and we're going to get a cup of it. And this is my hodgepodge of soil here. The soil's still good. All you have to do is rejuvenate it with a little worm castings. Stick that in there like that. And then, get my fingers in there, we'll push it down some. Just like that. And we're going to get a little bit of water in there with Mr. Elephant, just so we got some water towards the bottom. There we go. Get this, my cup. And you can see how my hodgepodge looks. So now, get this old dead leaf out of there. Now with the beneficial bacteria attached to this, we're just gonna spread out the roots, and I'm gonna put it by a south-facing window so it can get more sunlight. And with this soil, it should give the plant a healthier start so we can thicken up the trunk on it, because all these years, for 2 years, it hasn't thickened up or nothing. It just grew scrawny and pukey even if I just gave it fertilizer. So, something like that, and we're just gonna just gently put the soil into the roots. And I'm going to show you what the rock thing is, because I know people wanted to know what I was talking about when I was commenting on this one video. There we go. We got it just below the lip of the pot, so this way here the water goes in. I'm going to take some more soil here. Take this piece out. It's no good. And we'll just get my little bucket. I use my litter box buckets. And I just use them for soil mixes and old soil and stuff. If the soil's real bad, then I just junk it. But there we go. It should have some good drainage. That there. Now we're going to give it a little bit of water just to get some of the surface tension out, but it should absorb water real good. And get off the trunk, because it's going to be like a twin trunk. I'm not going to cut this live vein off because I want it to grow. And then I'll show you what I was talking about with the rocks. I mean, you can get that at Lowe's, Home Depot, or any place else, but this one had a sample, so I could show it to you. And then we're going to take the rooting hormone that was soaking in water, and we're just going to fill it up. Just like that. And then we're going to just add some of the vermiculite in there, because it's got all that good beneficial bacteria in it. Now it's going to drain a little bit slow because the soil was a little bit dry, but right now it just went right in. So there we go. Now this, hopefully it'll grow over. So I get a rock, if I can get it, right here. And just put it in here just for Oh, that's big and a half. I'll have to find a smaller rock for this later, because even this is a little bit big. But we'll go from there with it. So then I'll just take my pencil later and I'll mark down the 2 dates on my tag there. And you can see that the pencil held up. I tried all the other stuff, those marking pens and stuff, but it just wears out. I don't know why. Unless you get a paint marker, that might work real good too. So now I'm just going to take this dead branch off over here. And we'll see what survives on her. So, we'll check it out later. This one I'm going to stick in water. Maybe I can re-root it. I don't know. But out of the 3 plants that did take for me, this was the only one that survived all these years. So, now, let me show you what I was talking about, you know, for stone paths and stuff for my miniature gardening book. You can buy these rocks on a slab. Now this is just a miniature. I know it's kind of big, but this is good for bigger bonsai, and you can see how it's attached, so you can always cut to make your path, or you can just stick it on one for like a patio and stuff. But they have these in smaller stones. But this was just a sample so I could show everybody how it's glued onto a mesh. And you might even be able to do that with your other stones, but you can see how it's made. And this one, the sample I got was from Ocean Mosaics. So that's a little sample, and all you got to do is figure out your outline, or just cut it across and put it like a little how would you say, like a small patio. But that's on bigger trees, because this is too small for the little ones. I mean, too big for the little ones. So we got our Chinelle going. I got to get my paper out and write everything down on my tag so I don't forget, and we'll go from there. So today's Monday night. It's comedy night. George Burns and Gracie Allen, Jack Benny, Bob Hope, the Bickersons, Fibber McGee and Molly, our Miss Brooks, and there's a whole list of other old-time radio shows you can watch. And some of them even have, like our Miss Brooks, they even got the, I think when she first came out around 1955 or so, they got some of the old black and white TV shows if you want to watch that on YouTube. So, short video. You take care, everybody. Stay warm. We had a light dusting of snow, just enough to cover the sidewalk. And I have my cup of tea already, so I'm going in and relax. You take care, everybody, and have a good day. Or good evening, I mean.